Ah, what what happened? Yes, I am back. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another video review. This time, everyone, we are taking a look at yet again another LiveStream, the first one in a long time. And boy, it's great to be back. Sorry for the long hiatus and stuff, but as you saw in my last video, my laptop died. But now I'm on a brand new laptop with many, many more features than my old one. However, sorry about that. Just gonna do this sec here. All right, I'll just leave the headphones as is. Basically, everyone, the only final step I have to do is transfer the files of this hard drive from the old laptop into the new computer, and I should be back to making videos professionally and all that stuff. Yes, Roger, I did see your Diesel 10 lines. They were pretty good. I'm waiting for the Romanian lines, Splatter, Dodge, and whatnot. So whenever you can. I'm so that was pretty impressive with the Diesel 10 lines. All right. Uh, uh, But yes, hello everyone. Hey, yes, great to be back, of course. It is imperative, everyone, to the Lawl that this is going to take a bit of time. Yes, I know it's mid-June. I know you haven't seen much content and all that such. I understand that, but it is the laptop, by the way, that I have envisioned, an Alienware laptop, much better than the Lenovo that I once had, which was lulled and shit and whatnot. Well, it wasn't shit, but you know what I'm saying. I apologize for the language. Oh yes, expect this week in sports episode to be all about the Toronto Raptors. I'm going to talk about that and my Stanley Cup final review this year between the Boston Bruins, and the St. Louis Blues, which the winning team, which I predicted, won. Yay! Don't worry, it's not who you think. That's all I'm going to say for those who haven't seen the finals. Uh, I haven't lost your OC. Your OC, by the way, new storyteller, is on this drive. The only way I can extract this out of this hard drive is I have to get the hard drive enclosure. And I know the perfect place to get it. It's pretty easy to put together. I'm gonna just plug it into my laptop. I'll get the files back. I promise. Like, let's see. Um, yeah, my laptop basically, like, I send my first video that my lot like basically the whole the screen wouldn't turn on, as I said, and I tried everything, nothing could be done, so I had to be terminated. However, the wait was well worth, because I kind of needed a sort of a break from video making and all that such. But it's not a big deal. I'm back. I'm better than ever. But trust me, this once these files are taken off this hard drive, the hard drive will be preserved forever and ever, because yeah. So wait and see. Um, let's see what else to talk about. Okay. Um, well, basically, trains. Okay, so basically, my Steam account is on that hard drive. So basically, it's pretty easy, and thanks to some video tutorials, it's easy for me to do. All I gotta do is go into the program files of that hard drive. Once I get my enclosure, plug it in, go to my program files, copy and paste it into the program files of my new laptop, and it should have the files read and such. Of course, I got to get all the CDP files off of it as well. plus some other stuff and whatever. But the majority of my stuff is on 2 terabyte drives that I've been saving for the past 2 3 years with my old laptop. I was meaning to save and back up those files off the hard drive, but anyway, the hard drive is fine. All right, I did my research. It's a blank screen, of course. I can still easily get those files off that hard drive no matter what. So, and no viruses were infected. So, yeah. Um, of course, I like Bob the Builder. My friend Little Blue Train 67 has a crossover series, Bob the Builder and Thomas. Check him out. He's pretty good. He's very good. He's very knowledgeable. He's very energetic. Um, he treats his series pretty well, I'll say. Pretty good. Um, let's see what else. Um, yes, I saw the rest of Victor's series, season 3 at least. Victor Tanzik's series, pretty good. A nice, solid way to end it. Um, I had a feeling something was going to be off about the whole. Oh, is Arthur the prototype and the spiteful brakeman Dominic going to form an alliance and terrorize the island? A lot of people thought that. They were wrong. Turns out that that was part of some other exercises. Also, I'm kind of concerned about the lucky lamp. Judging by what we saw at the very end of the episode, is the lucky lamp not going to be so lucky? Did the military compensate it like the Matrix of Leadership in Transformers 2? I don't know. Well, congratulations on your graduation. That's very achievable. Um, let's see. What else to talk about? Um, have you watched the first? I don't recall if I've seen it. I might have seen a preview or something. Um, let's see. Um, okay. Sorry, just doing some. Um, let's see. Um, you're gonna have to wait on the rolling stock for just a bit because the those trucks that you mentioned, the SA3D Skarloey Railway rolling stock, are on that hard drive from SA3D. Okay, and basically, like that site has been. I don't know if it's going to come back. To be quite honest, I don't know if it's going to come back because you think about it, those are some very good models, and I have all of the SA3D content. Um, and yes, that is a red truck behind me. Um, it's just a replica of a what do you call those? International, yeah. It's just a replica international truck from many years ago. Um, with you can see like the replica like wooden planks on the side there on the truck bed. I have been in a truck before, but I was a kid then. I never I've driven cars. I've driven because of my full license, of course. I've driven vehicles, standard mostly, but I've not driven with the clutch, like vehicles with clutch, you know. Example, Volkswagens, all such. But I've never been in a truck. like driving a truck or being in a truck in a long, long time. Yes, I've been in buses, of course, 'cause that's how I sometimes travel to college, is buses and taxis. So I could do a live stream about traveling and such. The coaches, yes, the coaches are on that hard drive, okay? Like, this is kind of going to be like the Magic School Bus episode, where the Magic School Bus, like the children, Miss Frizzle, the bus, and the lizard, um, are trapped in a computer, and they're they're in cyberspace, just just sliding through the hard drive. Um, okay, that's not how it's gonna work. Kind of like that in a way. It's like basically, in other words, in layman's terms, the hard drive enclosure is basically the key to unlocking those files off that hard drive. And I know tomorrow's Father's Day, so that's not gonna happen tomorrow. Probably during the week, sometime this week. Hopefully next 2 or 3 days. Hoping by Friday I get that enclosure, get the files, and then I'm back to doing stuff like I've always been doing. So, go visit some relatives, meetings. It's very good. I'll say that. It's a very good concept. I'll say it's a very intuitive and all that such. Um, I'll have to check that out. I will have to check that out of the Superstation. It's going to be pretty good. I have seen, no joke, I have actually got a chance to see the first 4 or 5 episodes of season 23 of Thomas. They're pretty good. Like it's great that we saw Lawl again. Like Lawl is a very funny character. Like we saw his brother in Big World Big Adventures, or a recolor of him, cameoing in Big World Big Adventures. Lawl is a very interesting character. He's funny. He's kind of a bit of a self-confident diesel. I'll say that. Gustavo, a new character, he's a electric diesel. He's pretty funny. And oh my god, he's basically not gonna say much. He has this he has similar traits to Gordon or Gordano. It's that crazy. And then Free the Roads. Bulgy, wow, you have outdone yourself. I can't believe that, and could happen in real life. Overloading your overloading overloaded with passengers, resulting in the front axle just broke, causing it to break. The passengers are stranded for God knows how long. Sir Topham and the Fat Controller have to come and save their rear ends. Gordon has to come and save the passengers that evening, while Thomas takes on wet soil in his water tank. Ha 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 ha. This all would have been avoided if Bulgy would have said, Thomas, do not insert that water into your boiler. It's not going to be pleasant for you. And then Chuckles and Trucks. Oh my god. References to dirty objects and Percy takes the plunge? Amazing. Love it. Love it the first couple episodes. It's pretty good. Uh it's pretty good, I'll say, the Jenny Wakeman and such. Yes, your Rusty voice was pretty good. I did see that. Like it's a very good, I'll say. Um Let's see, what else to talk about? Um, you did see my poll there in the community section a few days ago. Hopefully, everyone understands and respects of what's to happen because things tend to lull and whatever. To check that again, let's check the community section while I think of it. Because let's see. Okay. Because the last time I checked, Unlucky Joey was leading by 25%. It's still 25%. It's actually Unlucky Joey is tied with Arise Unicron Part 1. Yes. Um, and then we have Scotsman's Trespassers based on the Flying Scotsman situation, and the Character Improv live stream tied at 60. Another Thomas parody is leading by 38%. So you guys want me to do another Thomas parody? Well, I was planning to do um another Aladdin parody, as I mentioned last year. Um, so there's that. Um, leave your group. Oh, I'm sorry. Um, I must have hit the wrong button. My apologies. I did. There was no intent behind that. Um, seriously. Um, well, I could try and do that. Um, but as I've said before, and I'm saying this again, all of this, all these requests, all of everything is going to take a lot of time because of my whole computer situation. Now that I'm finally back in the gigs of things. Not quite, because I still need to get my editing software reinstalled from the hard drive. I got to get the hard drive enclosure and all that such. So there's that. Um, yeah, so basically, yeah. That video, by the way, was taken earlier today before I had to do some stuff, and then on the way back, was able to get the computer at Best Buy for a very good price. It was very, very interesting. I will say that. Um, okay, so you're going to do your own take, your own origin story of Timothy the Ghost Engine. Well, okay. I mean, because think about it. Caveman 71, also known as Glenn, you have seen him in my live streams and heard him speak. He's a pretty good person. Yes, I know he has gone through some rough patches in recent years and such, and some hard, awful times. But he's managing and he is doing very well. I'll say that. Um, now I know there, I know there has been a lot of people. There has been some complaints about the Clinchfield Curse special that was also made by him. Um, let's just say you're gonna have to wait until there is a clearing there until there is you could basically have to that's another story in another way, so that's a story for another day. But I will say Clinchfield Curse was pretty good in my opinion. It was pretty good. I reviewed it. You've seen me run across the island of Sodor, you know, teleporting and all that. That was actually the most fun thing I ever did. Like me running across the island of Sodor, out trying to outrun 311 until the end. So, why, of course, I'm going to do that. You just need help writing the dialogue. Okay. Um. Well, there is a couple options. There's Google Docs. Google Docs is a good option because you think about it. Google Docs, I mean, I've started using it because that's how I'm making one of my specials next year, which is it's a personal special to me. It's a personal, like, on many, many levels. And, you know, um, honestly, it doesn't matter to me. Like the meh meh and all that is just it's pretty funny. Homer's an enemy. Well, I remember I did two Simpsons parodies last year. One where one the that's the loudest profanity I've ever heard. That parody, I did that one with James and whatnot, and then I did the Steamed Hands parody with involving Crovin, at the end. So I could do that as a parody, but I've seen it. It's very funny. Simpsons and Family Guy have gone on for probably 35 years combined between the two shows. That is honestly like that is longer than shows like Big Bang Theory and Two and a Half Men together. Because think about it, Big Bang Theory was from 2003 to 2014, and Big Bang Theory was 2014 to this year. So it's what can I say? It's like wow. Okay, let's see. There's a difference. Yes, I could try doing that because remember, my last parody I did before everything went there was "Be Prepared." Funny enough, which was requested by Roger. Um, with but I mean, you know, what can you do? But it was funny. A lot of people loved it. A lot of people were like, "What the hell?" But it was funny, because think about it. It's Diesel 10. It's Diesel freaking 10. He's a giant ass Diesel with a claw in his head, and think about it. If he had two claws, I would be scared. I'd actually run for the hills. Because think about it. He'd be a good. I don't know, but I don't. I could see them having a bit of a banter. Him and Alfred having a bit of a banter because 87546, like also known as Alfred, loves to just scream in tones of defiancy. Um, well, see, that's the thing. I am going to try my lulling hardest because the thing is, oh dear, it's oh. Anyway, whoops. Well, of course, yes. Um, oh yeah, Daniel the Tank Engine. Well, that I'm trying to work out because, see, the thing is like the untold story of Daniel was it was kind of a prequel in a sense, a prequel slash. It was kind of a timeline special because think about it, all the timelines, all of this, all of that, yada 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 yada, had to correspond with the current events. Because remember, this took place in 2017, like, and like 2017 was a pretty good year. It was a very good year for all of us, including me. Yes, there was some bit of a rough patches in the summer, but it wasn't anything regarding my family or all that such. It was had to do with a certain event. I will explain that at a future video because do you see there's that one thing you just want to get off your chest? And of course, there's a certain somebody that needs to that I'm going to have a word with personally. I'll severe talking to, but not tonight. And no, it is not. It's not anyone who you think. I heard it was pretty good. I mean, Ghost Freak from Ben 10. I mean, heck, even I was requested to do a Ben 10 sort of parody. Well, not a parody, but like a clip show. Not going to do that again because of the whole thing or whatever. Um, let's see. Let's see. I know that there has been people asking me to do like a mini series involving him, Daniel Thomas, and Timothy, like on like. And yes, there is an LBSC route for trains, which I have, but again, it's on the hard drive, which I have to get the enclosure for to get the files out. That's gonna be a little while beforehand. Said. Don't worry. Sit tight on this. It will happen. An OC of. Do you mean Mad Girls 3761? Or are we talking about a different somebody? Or is it Nostalgia Dude 1997? Or is it Matthew Fitzgerald? Or is it who is like which Maddie? Because there's so many Maddies in the Thomas community. Yes, Charleston will be shown in the miniseries. Um, because think about it. If you read the timeline specs of Untold Story Daniel, you know what happened to Charleston. He kind of has the same vendetta as Alfred in a way, but similar, but different. And yes, all the events are inspired. Some of the events are inspired by NWR Origins from Thomas Wayne Number 283. Speaking of Thomas Wayne Number 283, we mustn't forget that in 13 days will be his final episode of his series, which is part 2 of Tarnished Legacy. Because if you don't remember part 1, the Fat Controller and Sir Topham Hatt were about to be stripped of their powers as controller of the Northwestern Railway, written by the Reverend W. Audrey, illustrated by Britt Allcroft, David Mitton, George Carlin, Ringo Starr, and Alec Baldwin. Because happy birthday, Reverend W. Audrey, by the way. You're forever in our debt. I have auditioned for his series 3 times, but I never got the parts. I auditioned to be Flying Scotsman, and that didn't work. I auditioned to be Rogman for Revenge of the Ghost Train. That didn't work out. And then I auditioned to be Harold, but nothing. But oh well. However, I did get one of the actors to voice act in my series. I did get one of the voice actors to act for my series in a future episode. Who is it? Wait and see. You can guess if you want. I'm not going to tell you. Oh, yes, yes. They're close friends, Serena and Sonic and Tails. You can. You can. I allow anyone to voice act. Just you know, just you know, whatever character is available, character's available. Um, Jasper is being made for trains. Yes, myself and iOS Studios are currently making him for trains. Um, so yeah. Don't worry, don't worry. Look. I know people are asking. Trust me, trust me. It's all good. Don't worry. I'm more ecstatic than anything. I'm not upset. Don't worry. I know you're concerned about the hard drive. Don't worry. It's fine. It's fine. Um, the sketch. I'm. Oh hey Jesse. Making models for sketch. I've been thinking about it. I'm still trying to work it out. Models for SketchUp. I did start working on. Okay, here's the thing. I started working on Beresford from Jeremy on Sodor, working on him from SketchUp. His files are on the hard drive. Victor, the old engine that was originally made by Networks 3D, I was going to redesign him from from the magazine stories of Thomas, also on the hard drive. Um, but at least I have some like I have paint back. I have Chrome back. I have it's just all the other main files. I really but I'm going to keep those files on the terabyte drive so I don't have to go through the same thing again. It happens again. I did. I tried to find some blueprints and diagrams and orthos of Victor's class, as in Victor the old engine from the magazine stories, not Victor Tanzig, and not Victor Steamworks engine, since they've already been made by Foreverworks 3D, Nick Boja, myself, and Andrew Liago. Which, yes, I was a part of Victor Tanzig's creation from his OC. So, FYI. Anyway, um, yeah. So basically, to finish that question off, I couldn't find any diagrams of Victor's class. Yes, there were some models similar to Victor's. Like there's one illustration of him from the head on, but I can't find his magazine story online. It's sad. I know he was turned into a playground at the end of the story because he's one of those freelance characters. He is. Victor is. Angus the Fire Engine's a freelance character who also is going to be made for trains by Solar Society today, which now because I'm a computer, I can try and get started on, getting the gears rolling on the site creation once I get the hard drive stuff again. The hard drive is what's stalling everything. It's like I wish I could go now to the store and get it, but it's 9 o'clock and everything's closed now, so I'm gonna have to wait till not tomorrow because it's Father's Day. Maybe Monday, maybe anytime this week, because the week after is when I start my summer work. So, and your tug stuff's pretty good. I'll say that your tugs creations is anyway. Okay. Okay, so what else to talk about? I will try in future live streams not to, pass out because I passed out, and every time I passed out, there's been fights in the chat. There's been people screaming and typing in capital letters and swearing in the chat, and that's funny. It's hilarious, and I love it. So, uh, um, of course, you can voice one of the characters. Um, I have seen Ghostbusters, the original Ghostbusters, and the new Ghostbusters, and there is a new Ghostbusters film coming out next year, around this time in July, actually next year, July 2020. Next year is when Ghostbusters is coming back. Bill Murray's coming back, and same with some of the other original cast. I know a lot of people hated the reboot version of it with the females. Honestly, I feel like that's in continuity. I really feel that's in continuity with some of the other like retrospective of retrospective and all that such. I feel it's the case. Um, yes, you can voice one of my characters. Um, your lines have yet to be written because I'm still trying to work in your OC character. I just rest assured, but I promise you, by the end of the week, I'll get the files off that hard drive. Once I, it's pretty easy. Um, let's see, what can I do? Oh yes, I will show you something that I did create. Oh, not Google Flights. I'm not going anywhere. Not going to anywhere yet. I'm too young to die. Right, too young to fly. Let's see. Okay. So I'm going to show you something. Okay, so here we have a casting call for Respect for Gustavo. So I've got top man, that's me. So there's a lot of integral pieces involved in this. So if whoever wants to be who, just say yes, I want to be this character, and I will take it from there. Because it's narrative. Okay. No, my head's not hot. It's 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 a it's normal body temperature. I'm not upset. It's all good. It's all good. So don't worry about that. I'm perfectly fine. Wow, what a day. Well, if we oh, Ugh. Okay. Seems that's gonna. At the moment, I'm thinking about it, about adding like some of the diesels involved, because the only diesels that actually yes, you're right. Diesel 10, Diesel, Daisy, Den, Dart, and Paxton are currently in the little mini episode. Um, Now, Gustavo has not been made for trains yet. I'm sure that Railway Works 3D is probably going to get on it, or probably uh, Service Society 3D, which is me. And I will say this: Yellow Dash, who I've mentioned a few times, he is my face maker for Service Society 3D. I am the main head honcho of Service Society 3D. Others that are involved are Shine Ortiz, Nick Boja, um, and Fantastic Mr. S is also involved as well, as is RJ Lightning 68. So that's pretty much the team for now. Well, the team members. Okay. Let me think. Let me think. Okay. That's funny. That's a good one, Roger. That is such a good joke. Okay, so we have someone wanting to be Thomas and someone wanting to be Edward. Oh, it's great to be back. Let's see. Oh yes. Since I mentioned the St. Louis Blues earlier, I'm pretty sure that Liz Productions 574 is going to enjoy the Stanley Cup parade, which is today. I'm sure that she got a lot of photos and a lot of video of it because, well, she's from there. She's from that area. That's not. I don't know. I'm not saying exactly where, but she. She. I'm sure that she went there. If she didn't, that's fine. Not spreading any gossip. If she went, great. If not, then what can you do? Yes, you are Edward. You are Edward. Congratulations, you got the role of Edward. Um, as United States of American Productions, yes, it will be Thomas, and I promise I'll get the files off that hard drive. I promise. I've said it once, I've said it twice, three, four, five, six times, 7 or 8 times. I know. I promise the file hard drive. I will extract everything off that thing. I promise. It's just a blank screen. No viruses affected. No lolling affected. I promise you that. I promise you that. So, anyways, um, that's funny. Would you? Uh, see. The last time I used Liz's OC in my series or my videos was in the Dark of the Night parody with Reginald. Well, before Reginald was made, Alfred, Charleston, Timothy the Ghost Train, 311, and Rorik from Psychoist. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. I'll say that. I will try to do that. I'll share the doc with you, Roger. I'll get that tonight. What are you talking about? I'm not dizzy. Like, what's the worst that could happen? Okay. All right. So let's see. Well, however you want to make Thomas sound like, by all means. Whether you sound as young as Ben Small or as like or as awesome as Joseph May. Because you think about it, like Thomas has had some pretty good voice actors voice Thomas. Because just imagine if I don't know, imagine if Nicolas Cage voiced Thomas the Tank Engine. I would love him to see. I would like to. I would pay my life savings to see that. I would die laughing to see Nicolas Cage voice Thomas the Tank Engine. He would be a good voice actor. Or maybe he could be the next Mr. Conductor after Alec Baldwin's Mr. Conductor. Or wait, no, even better. How about John Hamm? No. How about Nelly Furtado? No. How about Katy Perry? No. Daddy Yankee. I would love to see that. I have no clue. I'll have to check that out. I really will have to check that out. um, okay then. All right. So, anyways, that is pretty much it. That is the update video. To recap, the hard drive will come by the end of the week. Hard drive enclosure, I should say, so I can get the files taken off that thing and then transferred onto the computer. I'm back as I've said, um, and it was perfect timing to get that stream done because I haven't streamed in like a month or so. So, anyways, guys, that's the end of this video. I will see you all very soon. I will be back as soon as possible with my next video. And yes, so take care, everyone. See you soon. Have a good day. And I'll catch you later. Ta ta.